What's up everyone, I'm Redtail and this is the drive home. Now I've just finished a relatively long shift, all things considered. I don't usually work this long in the evening, especially with a follow-on. It's either I work all the way through until whenever closing time is, or they don't want me at all. So this has been a bit of an interesting one. It's around 4 in the morning at the moment, so it's around the halfway point that I consider being through the night. But it's done at the moment. So at first I started off at as usual, and then I finished up at just then. And really, I don't know, it's a bit of a mood, because on one hand you get a lot of people that don't listen to you when you ask them to do something numerous times and you're politely asking them, but also on the other hand you get a bunch of other people who are super understanding of like, hey, this is just your job, it's nothing personal on any level whatsoever. And especially when you start to break, a lot of them are quite supportive and actually are there. It's like, it's fine. If you need to let shit out, just do it and give us a hug. Just like, please give us it's fine. And I'm not at that point, but this week has been, it really has been one of those weeks where it's just like, fuck. It's either you want to turn to someone and all you want to do is just hug them, and you don't want to let go of this person, or you just want to drink. And we didn't overly have too many issues tonight. We had an issue with probably the biggest thing was there was a kid, or there was a group of 3 kids that rocked up to. And when I say kids, like, these guys one had a slight bit of peach fuzz on his lip, like above his lip. Nothing as spruce as what I have. But yeah, all 3 of them just like clearly didn't even have a shred of. Their face didn't even look like it knew what stubble even was. And so I got called to the door, standing at the door. So he was the only one there at the door. He said, "Oh, can you come down and give me a hand?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, you're gonna have to give me a sec," because I was standing on the balcony and it was just loaded. There was just so many people out there. So yeah, on my way, you're gonna have to give me a sec. He's like, "No rush. Not gonna let these people in before you get here." So I get there and I just like instantly look at him and he's like, "I need you to check if it's a fake." I didn't even have to bother looking. He's like, I even looked at them. So what I did, right, is if you are above the age of 18, you would know certain things, right? In regards to, and my main question I always ask, who was Prime Minister in 2008? And the answer to that is Kevin Rudd. And if it is not, then I'm more than happy to be crucified in the comments. But if you don't know certain things in regards to, hey, who was a political leader at this time, then it's like, even though at the time you wouldn't have understood who that person was, you would have a memory of him or her being on TV. But yeah, these guys didn't even look like they were a day above 15. And so got there, he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" We said, "Look, these guys are clearly under the age of 18. Looked at their IDs. No, he says, "Not sure." Calls me down. I don't even have to look at their IDs because I've worked festivals before, so I know what I'm looking for in an underage person already. Just like, 1, couldn't answer that question. 2 was also the slight. It wasn't a super bad fidget. Let me tell you, these guys were, especially the one I was talking to, was really trying not to give it away. But it was just the slight feet shuffle of. It was just his slight feet shuffle, just the way that he was holding his arms, like the way his arms were, you could tell that they were a bit tense with it. No, it's your call. You guys have noticed this. So he goes back inside and it's up to us. And as soon as I say, "You're not coming in," so you need to call your parents because these IDs are being confiscated. It's like, "Oh, can you at least give let them have us back. It's like, no, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to hand these into the police station, and then it's up to them what they do with you. And they started getting real antsy. It's like, fellas, you're under the age of 18 and you're going to try and arc up to guys who are in their 20s. It's like, right. And you're also above the age of criminal liability. What do you think's going to happen if you take the first swing? It's going to take one relatively well-landed punch to knock your ass into the dirt, and then wearing the shit. It's like, think about it really carefully which way you want this to go, because I'm more than happy to spend the night at a police station giving a statement, giving my reasons why I put your head through a wall. And, you know, it was commented, I was like, oh, you have to be heavy-handed. It's like, well, to quote Mr. In-Between, you know why the world is full of assholes? Because people let them get away with it. The more that someone is told no, doesn't matter when they need to be told no, not for the sake of telling them no. When someone needs to be told no, doesn't matter how it does matter how it's done, but whether it's saying no and explaining the reasons why, or if the situation permits, you just straight out telling them no, go away, stop being dumb. They need to hear it. Because if someone has just told them yes, 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 yes all the time, saying that they're untouchable, that person has done them a disservice, or those people have done them a disservice to that. When I got to tonight, there was a guy, I hadn't even been inside, so I'd been inside obviously, but when I say been inside, hadn't been past like the sign-in area where the guards and all the staff sign on and off. Probably within 5 minutes, there was a guy that it looked like he was on fentanyl or trank. Just the way he was just hunched like over like that on the floor. He was standing. You would know what the fentanyl stance is or the trank stance is. And it was straight away, it was like, sorry man, we've seen you, we've kept our eye on you for a bit. At this current time, you're done. I had the same thing again tonight, and I actually brought this up with who's one of the supervisors at I mentioned to him, it's like, look man, I'm not sure if someone's here in the smokers area or near the smokers area / main bathroom area before I'm here whenever I rock up, but every time I do rock up, I'm the bad guy, because it looks like there's a lot of people that have gone into the said bathroom and smokers area with alcohol. It's fine. To me, it doesn't bother me if it's soda water, regular water, or Red Bull, or any soft drink, right? The only soft drink that I kind of am a bit iffy about is if you're drinking Solo and Coke, because Coke and bourbon look just like Coke, and Solo, there's hard Solo, so I am a bit iffy about that. And like I said, essentially to me, it's like, oh, fuck me. Well, at least I can't, at least that's not on camera. I have an air freshener here. I'll explain why after I finish this. He said, look, he sees where I'm coming from, but at the same time, it's also up to my discretion of how hard I'm going to enforce it. He's like, everyone's going to make an occasional slip of, oh, that person got through, that's on me. But it's more of a thing, it's like, if there's a lot of people coming through in regards to just always being able to, we're picking up a ridiculous amount of drink, like cups or bottles in the bathroom, that's when it becomes an issue with other patrons complaining. The bathroom I get, because that really can turn into a safety hazard, that really can be a hazard, and I fully, I'm so dead on when it comes to that. But when going into the smokers area, it's more of like, oh fuck me, oh no, I didn't even have my lights on, shit. Oh well, I have them on now. It's the smokers area is a bit of a grey area for me. I don't mind that. So when I'm telling people you can't bring them in here, you're gonna have to either finish your drink now or leave it on the table at the other end of the corridor. So they put it on the chair behind me, and then of all people, fucking who's the lowest of all the all the bussies, thinks he's like, you can't. It's like, these people can't have their stuff here. You need to tell them to put them down there. And it's like, what do you fucking think I do? He said, well, it's like, obviously not. And I said, do you really want to go down this fucking path, bro? It's like, do you think I'm stupid? He's like, I beg your pardon. And I said, do you think I'm stupid? Of course I tell people to go and put them down there. They don't listen to me. Sure as shit they wouldn't listen to you either. Fucking 4'9" hobbit. Okay, so the reason for the air freshener, right? So it's not flicking down currently, thank goodness. I have figured out a way to sort of like move it around. Is that earlier this... Actually, no, it wasn't earlier. It was on Friday. So my youngest dog, Daisy, was meant to get fixed so she can't get pregnant on Friday. So we took her to the vet. That was completely fine. We got her there, no problems. And then I get home, so I tell my mum to just make sure, so when mum's talking to the vet, I can handle Daisy. No problems, that's fine. We weigh her, no issue there. She goes off fine with the vet. She doesn't mind the handler change. And then I get home and I've just turned on Terminator Salvation on PS3 because I was going to platinum this game. I've already platinumed it, so it's 25 platinums to my name now. And as I go to sit down, my mum calls me. It's like, she said, can you go and pick up Daisy? It's like, why? What's happened? She's like, she bit someone. And I said, okay, bit or just a nip bit? She's like, no, it was just a nip, more of like, I don't understand what's happening. I said, okay, good. I said, okay, well, that's a good thing. At least it wasn't like Zeus. It's like, it's not, if it's not us three, then it's death to whoever's handling me or whoever approaches me. So she was quite scared of not scared, but she didn't really want to go near anyone that worked at the vet. As soon as I got there, because they put her in a run, they couldn't get her in a cage, which was fair enough, right? So they put her in a run. They didn't do anything else to her. She'd already had one dose of sleepy time medication. So when I got there, she wasn't overly groggy, but you could tell she was on something. By the time I got her in my car, she was essentially almost dead to the world. She was sitting up. And so it was probably 2/3 of the way home that she threw it. So I had a towel in the car, 2 towels, right? So one on the seat next to me, and then one on in the footwell there. She missed the one in the footwell completely and gets it in a spot where there's no towel and just gets all in the corner there. It's like, oh fuck. So fair enough. She's got motion sickness. It's not like it's because the car's stuffy, because I have the windows open to a point where she can't jump out. And so it was just motion sickness because of the drug she was on. And once she threw up, she actually went to sleep, which was fine. It was actually better for her to go to sleep than be sort of like that. I knew that she was asleep than her being awake. And so I clean it out as best I can once I get her home. So I actually put her outside with Zeus, praying that he wouldn't do anything. Just like, just be normal. Just be fucking normal for once, dog. And so I go and like wipe it down as best I can, and I say to my parents, I'm gonna need to clean that. Can you guys just get some carpet cleaner, or like show me where the carpet cleaner is when you guys get home? Like, yeah, no problems. I let it sit all of last night. So mind you, I had wiped everything out, so there was no vomit left, but I hadn't actually put carpet cleaner there. So I let it sit all of today, and today it wasn't a hot day, but it was fucking sunny. It was sunny. Oh, sorry, all of yesterday. So Saturday, Sunday. But it was really sunny. And so I opened the door to my car last night to start wiring up to get my earpiece on. And it just smelled like a mixture of like rotting steak and burnt cheese. It was like, so probably 40 minutes before my shift, I just coated my carpet with cleaner. And then I came back probably 5 minutes before I left and scrubbed it in and like watered it off. And as I was driving to work, I could still, like, the smell was somewhat coming back. It's like, fuck it, I'm gonna need to go and get an air freshener. And so that's what I did. That's the really long-winded version of why I now have something half blocking my view in my car. I'm not sure if the format of the drive home will change soon. I'm not sure if I may get a couple more shifts on different nights. So you might just get it. There might be a couple of days or / nights spliced together depending on what I get. At the moment, there are a couple of things up in the air, so I'm not setting anything in stone concrete wise. You can tell I'm tired because that sentence just made zero fucking sense. I think by the time this one comes out, there should be at least another Splinter Cell video that has gone up, because I've had the time to be able to do it at the moment. It's not something I'll go into detail here. I may make a video on it at some point. I'm not sure if I will. I'm still in my own head. But yeah, I do aim to finish Splinter Cell. God, for God's sake, I'm not enjoying it. There are some stuff you'll see why in a couple of videos from now with the Splinter Cell stuff. You'll see why. It's just spliced together failures. It's just death screen after death screen. Although, all that being said, that has been the drive home for me. So please don't forget to leave a like and a comment and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see all you guys in the next video. See ya.